Okay guys, so in today's video we're going to have a little chat about our good friend Alexander Romanov and how I think he's going to be the man moving forward for the Habs. Okay, I know, you're all excited about Caden Gooley and you're all excited about Norlander, and some of you are just John Merrill cheerleaders, chasing him around to whatever team he plays on. But, for the love of God, don't forget about Romeo. Okay? Jeez. Now, before we get into this, if you guys are a fan of the Habs, or you've eaten a full pack of Mentos, chugged back a 2-liter bottle of Diet Coke just to see what happens, then please consider subscribing to my channel as I upload a ton of hockey content and would really enjoy having some more of you grasshoppers tag along for the ride. Okay, who are we doing this video on? Alexander Romanov, of course. Now, let's talk a little bit about what he accomplished in his first season as a Montreal Canadien. Because while 21-year-old Romeo didn't really shatter any point totals or anything like that, he was still a dominant force in the physicality department. The guy just liked hitting people, huh? And me, I enjoyed every one of those hits. He did finish the season second on the team in hits with 138. And the only guy that was ahead of him was Josh Anderson, who just so happened to have 139. So, for those of you that haven't figured it out yet, Alexander Romanov led all defensemen on the Habs in hits. Even though some of the other guys back there had quite a bit of more ice time than our boy Romeo. For example, Ben Chiarot. Remember him? Huh? The guy that wanted to rip Austin Matthews' head off and shit down his neck? Well, Romanov almost had twice as many hits this season than Ben Chiarot, even though he averaged out at like 5 less minutes of ice time per game. So yeah, what I'm saying here is Romanov is only 21 years old, and he's a wrecking ball that's got some offensive upside. And I think, as he develops more and more, he's only gonna get better. Now, some of you are probably wondering, how high is this guy's ceiling? And I don't know, okay? I'm not Nostradamus or anything like that. And I'm not saying he's going to be Bobby Orr, but I think it's fair to say that he could definitely be a lock as a top 4 defenseman, at least in Habland. Even as early as next season. It could happen right before our very eyes. Once he gets the ball rolling and starts putting up some more of those points, which is something he's definitely capable of doing, then I think he's going to have a lot more fans on the old bandwagon. And you know what? I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again because I don't give a shit, because opinions are like assholes. Here we go. I think Romanov should have been playing during the entire playoffs. I do. And I know the coach knows best, blah, 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 blah. But I thought the games that he did play, he looked just as good or better than All-Star Eric Gustafsson or friggin' John Merrill, okay? And sometimes I feel like when the GM brings in these depth guys at the deadline, the coaches, they almost seem like they're more inclined to use them, huh? Does anybody else notice that? I don't know. Even Brett Kulak, who I've been calling the Kool-Aid Man, well, Romeo and Kool-Aid Man, both of these guys worked their asses to the bone during the regular season, and I felt like they should have been used more during the playoffs. Especially Romanov. And when he did get a little sniff of the playoff atmosphere, he was crushing bodies in Winnipeg. He scored a big goal against Tampa. And to me, I don't know how you take out a kid that played the entire season. He was the most physical defenseman you had. And you take him out during the playoffs. Again, a guy who's full of energy and potentially a huge part of the future for the team. Yeah, you let him sit so you can play a couple of pigeons that the GM picked up at the trade deadline. God. Now anyway, enough about that shit. Romanov also did an interview in Russia about a week or two ago, and he gave some pretty good insight on his first season with Montreal. Now yes, the interview was done in Russian. And of course, being a Newfoundlander, I can barely speak English. So Russian it's definitely not on the menu right here. Although I did use my good buddy Google Translate, and let's get a little sneak peek at some of the stuff he talked about. When he was asked about his very first game and how he felt, Romanov would say, "Such a strange memory. I was not worried at all. I went out with such a feeling that I was ready. I didn't get nervous. I didn't get worried. There was no fear. He used a little example of fear here when he said, "Damn, the puck hit me. I need to put it somewhere as quickly as possible. Even if you cut your head, there was no such thing," he would say. Everybody supported me. Come on, no jitters. And it really helps when the guys let you know that you are a part of the team, that you are a single whole. Don't worry at all. Go out and do your thing. This was a situation that he didn't think he had some kind of tough responsibility because the team somehow smoothed it out. Come on, just tear them all up here. Go out and play for your own pleasure. It was much calmer and easier. Now, throughout the entire article here, from what I read, he had a lot of good things to say about the coaching staff and mostly his teammates. He liked them. He spoke highly of Corey Perry and the veterans and how easy it was to gel with all of them, even with the language barrier. It's good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to leave a link to this article in the description of this video, just in case any of you knuckleheads are interested and you want to read it. But it's Friday night, and I'm going to cut this video off right here to let you guys finish your beers and get to the fridge to grab another one. So have a good night, and I'll see you next time.